In today's video, I want to show you guys this really handy 30-watt portable solar panel that you can take with you. What's up everybody? Welcome to Freely Roaming. My name is Dan. If you're new around here, you'll find videos all about the tips and tricks of full-time vehicle-based traveling. Whether it is van life, overlanding, or RVing, we've spent thousands of nights while camping since we started traveling. So you'll also find videos on how we thrive while living off the grid. Lastly, I'd love to share with you my decades-long experience on content creation as an adventure travel creator. My family has been doing exactly that since 2008. And we started this channel to share with you all that we learned during that time. If you're interested, you can find our travel vlog at youtube.com/MollyMish. So as some of you guys know, for the last few months, we've been back in the US, and our camper van is in the southern part of Mexico. We're back here for the summer without a vehicle, but fortunately for a couple of those months, we were able to use a four-wheel camper as our home on wheels while we're here. But since we didn't bring anything with us, we had to get some new gear to be able to travel around here like we usually do. One of the things that I really wanted to get is a portable solar panel. You might be thinking about these bigger 100-watt, 200-watt solar panels that I've shown in the past. But really what I've been really wanting to get is one of these small ones. This is something that I just got and I think is really handy. I'm going to be taking this back down with me because I think this will fit nicely into my solar arsenal. This is a BigBlue SolarPowa 30, which is a foldable 30-watt solar panel. As you can see, it's a tri-fold style and it is really well made. This type of solar panel is called an ETFE solar panel. ETFE is a type of plastic composite that is a construction method for this kind of solar panel. So these are monocrystalline solar panel cells that are mounted on an ETFE backing. The advantage of ETFE is that they're lightweight and they're fully sustainable because it is completely 100% recyclable, and it costs a lot less energy to manufacture ETFE than many other plastics. It is corrosion and stain resistant, and also what makes it a great material for solar panel construction, it is that it's 95% light transmissible. And the material is also non-stick and self-cleaning, so I think that's really cool. So why did I want a small portable solar panel like this? For a lot of reasons. A lot of the times, all you need to do is charge something small, and especially when you're traveling without your vehicle. If you're somebody who takes day trips somewhere, and maybe you're bringing your phone, your camera, maybe a drone, maybe a small device that requires charging via USB, and we've all done this. Every now and then you forget to charge it the night before. So the only thing you need is a USB plug, but when you're out in the middle of nowhere, there's no place to do that. So what I've done a lot in the past is I just carry these little pocket battery banks with me. And this video is not about these battery banks, but I do like these quite a bit because these have built-in wireless charging, which I think is really cool. And then this one has a meter that shows you percentage. And this one has built-in wires for all different devices on top of wireless charging, and also has a built-in solar panel. But as you guys may know about these little power stations with solar panels before, this is kind of useless because this is probably like 2 watts, 3 watts of solar. So this is more for show than actual any practicality, which is why, coupled with one of these battery banks suddenly become very useful. So let me give you just some specs on this guy. Okay, so the dimension on this is 16 inches by 10 inches. And then when it's folded, it's about 2 inches. And then with this little charging or this little output module, it's about 2.72 inches thick. But the main part of it is actually quite a bit thinner than that. And this is with it all the way folded out. Like I said, it's 30 watts worth of solar, and it weighs 2.4 pounds. So it's not super light, but it is not heavy by any means. And it's really well made. It's durable. It's got this fold out kickstand, so when you use it, you can just kind of lean on its kickstand and point it to the sun. I find that really useful. It has a USB-C, a USB-A, and also a DC output. It's all written here in the back. It is a USB-C and USB-A. The A port has a max output of 5 volts, 2.4 amps. USB-C is 5 volts, 3 amps. It's also got the DC output, which is a barrel port, and that is 18.2 volts at 1.6 amps. So that's where you get the 30 watt output. I have tested this using all 3 ports, and all 3 ports will work, but it still maxes out at 30 watts. And what I have done is I have charged both of these at the same time using this panel, and it does work. I have to choose which one I plug in with the USB-C and which one the USB-A. And here's what that port looks like. You have USB-C, USB-A, and DC barrel port. It is also IP65, water resistant and dust resistant, so you can leave this out there for a little while, as long as you don't let any water get into these ports. So that's the only part that I think would be a little sensitive to water intrusion. Another really cool thing about this, it's got these little grommets, so it has these little snaps that closes it. When you open it up, you have these grommets in the corner, so you can actually take a couple of carabiners or some paracord or something and then just drape this over your backpack. So as you're hiking or walking, this could be exposed to the sun and you could be charging whatever inside your backpack. A couple other things that I find really helpful to charge besides these little portable power banks is you could just charge your phone directly with the USB cable. Of course you can do that. This summer I switched over to the DJI Mavic 3 Pro, and being that it's super compact, it's sub 250 gram drone. The other thing that I really like is that you can charge its batteries using a USB-C cable. So now I can easily just charge all of my drone batteries with a USB-C cable plugged in directly to the solar panel. So if I'm out, I got my drone in my backpack, I got my phone, I got these battery banks, I got my solar panel sitting out. I can fly the drone someplace out remote, and if I want to fly some more, I'll just plug it in. It does take a little while. These batteries are, I think, something like 18 watt hours. So it will take upwards of hour and a half to charge each battery using the solar panel. But the fact that it is possible with the portable solar panel out in the middle of nowhere, that's just with whatever is on me, that's pretty cool. And also, you just don't know what could happen when you're out hiking in the middle of nowhere. The last thing you want to do is for your phone to die. Maybe you're out in the wilderness and you get lost and you're trying to get up to the top of a mountain peak to get some signal, and maybe you get up there and your battery dies in your phone. That could be a really, really bad day. However, with the solar panel, you know you're going to be able to charge it back up. So on top of it being a really handy thing to have, it could potentially save your life as well. Another thing that I carry with me is one of these battery chargers for my camera. So that also takes USB. So again, I can charge all my devices that I have with me with this handy little solar panel. So let's take this out to the sun and we'll show you guys how exactly it works. And I'll show you that you can actually even use this to charge a small portable power station. And I'll give you a little look on just how much power this thing can output. It is rated for 30 watts, and we'll see if it'll actually put out 30 watts when it's pointed directly at the sun. Okay, so here's the panel folded out. It's a trifold, pointed to the sun. It is still fairly early in the morning, so the sun is, you know, not totally straight up. So you can adjust the tilt by moving that kickstand a little bit. So I've got 3 different plugs plugged in: a USB-C, a USB-A, and a DC barrel port. And I've got various different devices back here that we can test charging. We have those 2 power banks that we can charge. We got my camera battery charger and also my DJI Mini 3 Pro multi-charger. So let's try. Which one should we try? Oh, I also have this GMM little power station. This is like a 300 watt-hour power station. So it's pretty compact, but it actually will work really nicely with this. Not necessarily something that you'll carry with you on a hike, but if you're just like a car camper, you go for a couple of nights and you just want to use it to charge your phone, instead of bringing a couple of these, you can bring one of these in your car. You can charge it in your car, or you can charge it with this. So let me go ahead and plug this in, and you can see how much output this panel has. Right away you can see, even in this early morning sun, it's already bringing in 27 watts out of the 30 watt rated output. So I bet if we adjust this a little bit, we can get even more. 28, just by changing the tilt. So yeah, this is definitely a high performance, high efficiency solar panel. This is from the one DC port. So obviously if you're taking 27, 28 watts out of the DC port, you won't have enough power to be able to use the other ports. So let's go ahead and unplug that. Let's try charging my DJI batteries. There we go. Now it's taking in power. Didn't say how much, but it does work. Let's charge that and my Sony batteries. Okay, so I got this plugged in. That's charging. That's also charging. So I'm using this solar panel to charge my drone and my Sony a7 IV battery at the same time. Now let's see what happens if I plug this in. Something's gonna suffer. Oh yeah, it is charging all three. These two are still going, except the DC barrel port is only outputting 5 watts now, which is what I expected. It's understandable. So splitting the power between all three of these outputs. Okay, so if I were to unplug my camera, that jumps to 15. If I unplug the drone, now we jump back to 27. So that's cool. There's that. Now let's plug in these power stations. There we go. So now this is charging. Actually, these are full. So, but yeah, this is the way that you probably want to charge this most of the time, because by having these battery banks full, you can then in turn use these battery banks to charge either of these two batteries, and then while you're doing that, you can use that to top something else up. By having one of these solar panels coupled with a couple of small battery banks, that is definitely the way to go. There it is. That's a little demonstration of the BigBlue Power 30 portable solar panel. I really like it. So there you go. That's the BigBlue SolarPowa 30 portable solar panel. As you can see, it performs really well. I really like this little thing, and it's something that I probably will keep with me anytime I go on an outing. If I'm bringing any of my digital electronic devices, this could come in really handy. It's a little bit on the pricey side. This is 90 bucks, which, as you guys know, 90 bucks you can get like almost a 100 watt solar panel, portable folding one. But try carrying one of those around. That's just not going to happen. But having one of these guys that you can put in your backpack, I think that's really cool. There is right now a 10% off coupon that you can click right below the price in Amazon. So you can get this for about $80. But if you wait from time to time, they do go on sale. There is also a 20 watt version of this for I think $59. So if you're on a tighter budget, you can try one of those. But I put links to all of this in the description below. If you have any questions about this solar panel or products like it, feel free to ask them in the comments. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you in the next one.